everyone. In this video lesson, we're going to focus on the UK geography. And so we will consider all the British Isles, which is an expression referring to this entire group of islands off the northwest coast of mainland Europe, including the United Kingdom, Eire, which is the Republic of Ireland, the Channel Islands, plus other smaller islands, like, for example, the Isle of Man. So, let's start our presentation. The UK is an island nation in the Atlantic Ocean in the northwest Europe. The population, referring to 2018, is 66 million people. As we said before, when we use the expression the British Isles, we refer to a group of islands. When we use the expression Great Britain, we refer to England, plus Wales, plus Scotland, plus Northern Ireland. We have the United Kingdom. England is the southern part of Great Britain, excluding Scotland and Wales. Let's consider the climate. When we talk about UK's climate, we know that there is a temperate climate, which is a variable weather influenced by the position close to mainland Europe and by the Atlantic Ocean. So we will have different climates according to the regions. In the west, we will find a wetter, cloudier, milder winter. In the north, we will find colder winters with a bigger temperature range, colder, let's say, seasons in general. In the eastern region, we will find drier and less windy climates. Let's focus on the various UK regions. We can consider different regions and classify them into East of England. East of England is the lowest and flattest region, and it is characterized by fens and marshland. It is an agriculture area based on cereals and vegetables crops. It is an area important for fishing ports. Felixstowe is one of these fishing ports. If we mention some important cities, we should mention for sure Cambridge, which is famous for its world-renowned university and high-tech businesses. Another region we should focus on is the Midlands. The Midlands is a mostly flat land in central England. It is an agricultural land. Among important cities, let's mention Birmingham, which is the biggest city, and it was an important center during the Industrial Revolution. Coventry, Derby, and Leicester are other important cities. These lands are linked to London through man-made canals built for goods transportation. There are also lots of famous tourist destinations, like, for example, Stratford-upon-Avon, which is the birthplace of Shakespeare, Nottingham, and Lincoln. Among other regions, let's focus on North of England. North of England is characterized by mountain ranges like the Pennines, which are considered the backbone of England. They run north to south down the center of the region. There are also the Cambrian Mountains in the west, which are a spectacular countryside with lakes, open moors, isolated villages, and sheep farms. The north of England is famous for factories and coal mines. In fact, in this region, we can find important industrial cities like Sunderland, Newcastle, which is famous for shipbuilding, Sheffield, famous for steel, Manchester for cotton, and this area was an industrial area, used to be an industrial area, but industries went into decline after World War II, and so this area underwent a period of high poverty in the 80s. The south of England is characterized by gentle hills, fertile farmland, quaint villages, historical cities and landmarks. The River Thames flows across southern England, starting in the Cotswolds and flowing through important cities like Oxford, Reading, Windsor and London. Important cities and landmarks are Bath, famous for its Roman origins, Stonehenge, Southampton, Portsmouth, Cornwall and Devon. The former ones are characterized by dramatic rocky coastlines and high moorland areas. Let's consider some main aspects of Scotland. Scotland is bordered by England to the south and surrounded by the North Sea and Atlantic Ocean. The population is estimated to be 5 million. It is composed by hundreds of islands, but only 95 are inhabited. Let's mention Hebrides, Orkneys Island and Shetlands. Main population lives in the central lowlands, so we can consider Scotland, we can divide Scotland into lowlands and highlands. Highlands are characterized by incredible mountain sceneries with many lochs, which is the Scottish name for lakes, like Loch Ness. Main mountain ranges are the Grampians with Ben Nevis, which is the highest peak in Britain. Important cities are Glasgow, which is the biggest city, once famous for heavy industry, and Edinburgh for sure, which is the capital city and also the financial centre of Scotland. Dundee is another important city. The official languages are English and Gaelic. Let's jump to Wales. Wales is a small country of mountains and sea coasts. It borders England to the east and the rest is over 1,200 kilometers of coastline. The population is estimated to be 3 million, reference of 2018 always. Main mountain ranges, let's mention the Cambrian Mountains, which form its backbone with Snowdon, their highest peak. The south is characterized by hills and valleys, the main inhabited and industrialized area. The River Severn, which is the longest river in Great Britain, starts in mid-Wales and flows through central England to the Bristol Channel. Important cities to be mentioned are Swansea, Bangor, Newport, Cardiff, which is the capital city, and once was an important coal mining area, but nowadays the main part of the economy is formed by business and financial services. Official languages are English and Welsh. Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland shares a border with the Republic of Ireland, separated from Great Britain by the Irish Sea. The population, always with reference to 2018, is 2 million. The country consists of low mountains, let's mention Mourne Mountains, along the borders and a large central plain. Lough Neagh, in the middle of this area, is Britain's largest lake. It is a fertile agricultural land with beautiful coasts and beaches. If we have to consider tourist spots, we will for sure recall the Giant's Causeway, a World Heritage Site. And among important industrial cities, we should consider the area around Belfast, which is the capital city, where a third of the population lives. And we should mention also Derry, also known as Londonderry. 48% of the population is Protestant, 45% is Catholic. There is a long story of conflict between Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland, but we will focus on these historical events known as the Irish Troubles in another video lesson.